My name is Anne, and I'm a volunteer with Bold Blind Beauty. At Bold Blind Beauty, we love sharing stories that challenge assumptions and change perceptions. Today, I am so excited to introduce you to Beth. When Beth unexpectedly lost her sight at age 15, she thought her life was over. But a powerful, perspective-shifting encounter with a classmate changed everything, showing her just how full and beautiful life could still be. Today, Beth is a mom, a wife, a content creator, and a passionate advocate for the truth the world desperately needs to hear: that blindness is a spectrum and it looks different for everyone. Get ready to be inspired by her insight, her humor, and her incredible journey. Here is Beth's story.
Hi, my name's Beth Deer, and at the age of 15, I went blind. I'm now 28. I have 2 lovely children. I am on my 2nd guide dog, and I originally immigrated to Canada from the UK when I was 18. I followed a boy, and he is now my husband. I had always been visually impaired. It wasn't until my teenage years when I had a very cosmetic and what should have been a very basic surgery. Something happened. We still don't completely understand what, but my vision drastically decreased. My vision was always misunderstood in the first place. No one ever understood how I could see as much as I did. The level of sight I have now is kind of the level of sight I was always supposed to have from my understanding. After this surgery, quite a while after, months, my vision drastically decreased and has never returned. I remember when I first lost my sight, I would tell everyone that I was completely blind because I went from being able to read, ride my bike, do all these things, to not being able to read and not being able to participate in school and not being able to do all the things that I had grown up doing. Now, however, I understand I have some residual vision. I can still see colours, everything is incredibly blurry. I can't read, but I kind of don't need to anymore because we have technology, which is amazing. It really wasn't until I went to a school for the blind and was being guided around by another student, and I said to her, "You must have so much vision. The way you navigate the world is seamless. You are incredible." And she turned around to me and said, "I have 2 prosthetic eyes." That was when my perspective shifted and I realized that my life wasn't over. This girl was incredible. I looked up to her so much, and yeah, I wanted to live my life like her. I wanted to move through life not worrying about what people thought, and yeah, I just realized my life was not over. And that experience for me really was my motivation. That is still what drives me today. I think about that moment so often. Yes, there are absolutely challenges when you are blind, but your life is not over. You can still have a very full and amazing, beautiful life. And I think that's really what I want people to understand. I want people to understand that blindness is a spectrum. Blindness looks different for everyone. I can't wrap my head around why people will understand that everyone may have a different prescription when it comes to wearing glasses. But the rest of the spectrum, for people like myself who are too blind, the glasses don't help, why would that be any different? Blindness is a spectrum. We are all capable of learning. It doesn't matter what age you are. Blindness being a spectrum is what I want everyone to understand and take away. Once people understand that being blind doesn't mean you see nothing, it can mean that, but for majority of us, it doesn't. That is the main message I want people to take away from me, my content, from the content of other blind and visually impaired creators. It's really important. The fact that everyone genuinely believes that blind means you see nothing is actually kind of harmful, to be honest. But I pick up my phone and I hold it because I still enjoy visual stimulation. I was always a visual learner, and as much as that has changed, I still look like I'm looking a lot of the time, even though I'm not really seeing anything. But I just want people to know that blindness means something different to everyone.